Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here. We're back once again for another episode of Let's Play on Metroid Prime 1 using the Wii mode here on Metroid Prime Trilogy. And if you did miss out during the last video, well, we got all the said energy tanks that we do need for Samus, and not only that, but we also did go and pick up with the said flamethrower upgrade for our said plasma beam, so that is very nice. And that does mean that we have went and gotten all the said beam upgrades and inventory that we do need for Samus there, so very nice. Now, the only one thing that we are just missing before heading off into the last two other said bosses in this game is going to be picking up on these said power bomb expansions, and here is one of them right now. This is where I want to say where we were trying to, I think, pick up with one of the other set energy tanks around within that training room area, but that's just right before, so it's like this type of magma grapple room area there. The other one is going to be located over here where the said Chozo artifact is going to be at. This is where we are going to have to use the said power bomb to lower ourselves all the way down over here and pick up with the second power bomb expansion. So very nice. And the last two are going to be located in the Fandera Drifts area, and one of them is going to be located where there's going to be some sort of ice covering around. I don't know exactly where this one is going to be at. I know it's like in one of those type of set rooms, I think probably just before heading into the quarantine cave area where Thartarus was, or it was probably in the other outside room from there. Now here over in the Fandera's Edge, if you go and head up to the very highest point of the said area here, this is where you can go and find the other said power bomb expansion, and that does mean all four have now finally been all grabbed out here, so very nice. So now we're going to be heading back to Impact Crater and battling out with Meta Ridley here. Now, Meta Ridley, I do have to say, is going to be somewhat of one of these type of bosses that will give you a run for its money, if I have to say so. I remember back in the GameCube, this was actually one boss that actually did give me one heck of a hard time to go and do. Now, I want to say that for how this battle is going to work, you want to at least somewhat conserve on the amount of missiles that you go and do. Now, mind you, you can go and use a little bit of your missiles here and there if you do want to go and try to get a little bit of some extra chunk of damage off on Ridley. But you may actually want to go and save most of your missiles, though, for when the third phase happens. Because when her wings actually do go and get completely all, like, fizzled up and, like, get burnt away, basically her exposed point does not really work all that too much anymore, so you will have to go and kind of find another type of way, and that will be having some sort of exposed point for the chest, and you're gonna have to at least use majority, I want to say, of your super missiles to at least take a nice good chunk of that off. Now, mind you, you can also go and use your plasma beam as well too, because that's also a big help if you do go and run out of said missiles, which I know that for me, I know that I did, so that's where you guys are going to be seeing me kind of using both type of said methods while we're going throughout here for that third phase though. Now, here is the first phase. This is where we are going to have to go and just be careful of when she goes and drops any of those type of said bombs around within here, and not only that, but also when she goes and uses her said laser beam attack. So let's just go in and somewhat get ourselves all scanned up here while we can. So there we go, and I think we got majority of what Ridley is there all about. And this is your one chance to get that scan, so if you are trying 100% complete, this is something that you majority want to go and make sure to go out of your way to do. I would probably say you want to maybe wait for the scan until like probably the third phase, like instead of her just trying to like fly back and forth between everything. But, however, this is where we're going to have to be really careful, because that is where these said grenades or the bombs that are going to be showing up here now. So just want to make sure that we at least would dodge it. There we go. Did a nice good job around there. Now we're just going to set up for a little bit of some of our regular missile attacks there, but you know what? At least we went and taking care of that said phase for now. But now we're going to actually go and use all of our said super missiles. And super missiles do take a nice big chunk of your ammo, so this is why you want to make sure they at least go and use up everything that you have here. Alright, so there we go, and I think just like that, we actually went and knocked out with Meta Ridley right there, so very nice. All down and out. Okay. And just like that, Ridley is finished, And that does mean that we got a said type of teleporter that will be here. Looks like the Chozo ghosts have went and showed up again. And they're actually friendly this time around. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. And that means the finale is just around the corner.